A beautiful Minecraft world. What all started out as just a simple little project has expanded to this beautiful city, and we are now giving you, the subscribers of Afterlife TVX, an opportunity to play. Hello everybody, my name is Trystyn, the owner of this world, along with the two vice presidents of this world, Nathaniel and Hunter. Wait, Nathaniel and Nathaniel and Hunter. I'm going to give you a small tour of the
Hi.
gigantic world that we have, and then at the very end, I will tell you how you are able to enter to get a chance to play on this magnificent world. Let's start over here. You'll just please follow. So the first building that we have here is the fire station. The reason that the fire station is here is just in case of a fire that's happening in the residential area that I will explain later. Fire before, wouldn't be surprised if it has to use again. Plus we have a fire truck. And the fire truck is pretty awesome. Right here is the ginormous mansion where all the celebrities of this world live, aka Nathaniel, Hunter, and I. It's an absolutely beautifully made mansion by the geniuses of Hunter Babel, aka Infinite Energy. Over here is the hospital that was also made by Hunter Babel. This is if anybody gets injured or doesn't have any food to revive themselves, they can go into the hospital and get fed and heal for a cost. You'll hear me mention cost a couple times, which I will explain the currency system later on. As you can see over here, we have a statue of Herobrine and a statue of Notch representing our world. All right, we do have roads for people to ride their horses on. Uh, come over here and I can show you guys the church. Uh, this is kind of just a project that I kind of just got bored, so I decided to make a church. Nothing really special about that. Every city has a horse or a church. What did I say horse? All right, so to enter down here, we now have an amusement park that was made by the one and only King Hawk. This is made with a ton of roller coasters, and it's absolutely fun to go. Tickets are only $250, which is pretty cheap on this world. Yeah. So we now come over here this is more of the center of the entire city. What this is this is just for people to show where all of the ranks are. So we have owners and administrators. So admin, Afterlife TVX, Nene, Master Redstone, don't you dare. Owner, Propership 1Z, Little Niglet, Ram, Infinite Energy, Jim, good to people, good builder, good admin. Next up over here, we have one of the original buildings that was made on this world 2 years ago on the Xbox 360. This is pretty much just a community place for people who want to smelt any of their items and don't have the resources to do so. Over here is, as he would call it, Infinite's books of things, of books and things. Pretty much what is here is he sells things like enchanted books, XP bottles, and everything like that for a price. We'll hit this next. This is the first building that was ever made on this world 2 years ago. This was just the shack that I lived in. Um, this is really just community items. If anybody wants to take any of these things, you are welcome to. It doesn't really have a use on this world, but we just keep it because it was the first building that was ever made. Over here, we have one of the armor shops, which is owned by Too Good. Uh, this is not just, it's not just sell armor. This sells anything that has to do with diamond tools and armor, and iron tools and iron armor. Very good spot if you need to go into combat. Next up, we have the beacon. This is just your standard beacon and hunters on a pole over there. This thing right here that has the roller coasters coming from it, if you'll fly up, you can actually see that there is a bunch of lava above it. This is mainly for looks. It was meant to be a mob spawner when this world was first created, but it didn't end up like that. No mob spawn in it. All this really is decoration. It's, yeah. So let's start over here. So this is the courthouse. If anybody has an objection or something they want to do, they can bring it to the courthouse. They can say what they have to say.
Objection. That's
Stop.
auction house.
Hunt. Oh, okay. Never mind. This is an auction house. Sorry. The next building is one of the most crucial buildings on this world, the Town Hall. You'll please enter in. The Town Hall is where all the big decisions are made, with the executive usually standing right here and everybody sitting around to hear the big news. Over here you will find all of the players that are on this world thus far, as well as Nathaniel, me, Hunter, and King Hawk, and their money. This is outdated, by the way. We all have much more money than this. Over here is the rules. Now, there will be the list of rules in the description below. Yes, Nathaniel, making you gonna write out the rules. I will just quickly go through them. So, no griefing. If you grief, your punishment will be a kick or a ban. No stealing. Your punishment will be either jail time or a ban/kick. If you're not respectful to players on the world, it'll be a $250 fine. Not disobeying during town hall meetings will be a $100 fine. Uh, don't disobey authorities. And for those of you who are wondering, authorities are the president, vice presidents, things like that. So me and Nathaniel are 100. You better not disobey us, boys and girls. No building was authorized. Punishment, fine or jail. Again, you have to be authorized by, the authorities. No killing anyone or anything. So PvP is usually disabled on this world unless you are paying for a fight in the Coliseum, which we will get to a little bit later. Over here is the jobs list. News wall, whatever. Jobs list, news wall, whatever. This pretty much just consists of a bunch of jobs in case you are wondering, what's open for a job or, yeah. Dilly doesn't want to be in the shot. So yeah, like I said, people can be the streets are meant for people to drive horses. They're pretty much the same laws as, real driving, stopping at the stop signs and stuff, pretty much. This is the hotel. I'm not gonna go inside the hotel because it's really big. Pretty much it's just filled with rooms. All right, yeah. It's pretty much just filled with rooms for people to buy for a daily fee each day. So yeah, we'll show you one of the rooms. This is one of the more expensive rooms, one of the better suites. Get one of the nicest views of the city ever. Yeah. There's a door because I used to live up there and I got lazy. So before, yeah, there used to be flying, but now there is no longer flying on this world except for this video. So this is the general store, which is owned by me. I sell anything from food to weapons to armor. I sell blocks, iron doors, bookshelves. I pretty much sell everything. And if you'll notice that in front of some stores, you'll see this sign. If this is off, that means it's closed. And if you enter, you will be fined for trespassing. So, yeah. As I was saying earlier, you can pay for a fight. And this is where you will fight, is the Coliseum. So you'll have one person here, one person over here, and you fight to the death. And people can pay to watch. They can sit over here, sit on the tops, and pay to watch a good fight. Over here. Alright, so we'll show them over here and then we'll cross over the bridge. So this is the bank that is run by Hunter. Any fines or anything, that you will owe will be put on that wall over there. Uh, yep. And then this is the currency system. So, redstone and lapis is $1 per a piece and $9 for a block. Iron is 10 a piece and 90 for a block. Gold is 20 a piece, 180 for a block. Emeralds 50 for 50, and diamonds is 25 a piece and 250 for a block. And also, to keep your money safe from being stolen, I would recommend, you don't have to do this, but I would recommend you keeping your money either within the bank so you can get an interest rate and pay Hunter a little bit of money, or in your ender chest so nobody can steal it. I would recommend the bank though, since you make a little bit of interest. Moving on is the casino. Now the casino again is extremely complicated, and there's actually a separate video on that, so there will be a link in the description if you want to go check out the video explaining how the casino works. And this is Nathaniel's horse that he named Jack Off. Jack Off likes to jack off, so don't mind him. I'm at the graveyard. The next place that we're going to look at quickly is the graveyard. This is really where we put people. Now, if you know me in real life, you know that I do not like people who cannot follow by rules. So some of these graves can get pretty mean. For example, fire, die in a hole, nobody liked you. Oh wait, he's in one right now. Do do do. Or Rip Bob, he was nothing at all. Or he was nothing. We are all happy he's gone. We all hate you, Bob. But yeah, uh, Hunter will be joining a grave soon. 'Cause I told him to stay out the shop, but he's not. No, I'm just kidding. You're good, Hunter. Over here is another store that is unowned. This is just a shop to sell anything that has to do with horses. You know, diamond horse armor, gold horse armor. You know, horses, donkeys, mules, hay bales, stuff like that. This is for sale if anybody wants to buy this and they join as well. Next up is the community park, which I would not recommend going to because apparently it can kill you because coal is apparently poisonous to Hunter, and that I am apparently poisoning all the children who would like to play on this harmless park. But
You're
over here
giving
is
them
the
all lung
school.
cancer.
Over here is the school. We built the school in case anybody wants to teach things. You know, like for example, I know Hunter and Nathaniel, they have a class about redstone, and I'm currently taking this class and failing it because I know nothing about redstone. This is my desk right here. You don't have to take these classes, these are optional, but I just started to take it because I wanted to learn stuff about redstone. But I am actually failing this class. Nathaniel has confirmed to me that I have a D- on this class, unfortunately. And I'll just quickly show you my classroom. I teach economics and pretty much Minecraft, like you know, crafting recipes, what to do when you first run in on a world, stuff like that. Alrighty. That's pretty much showing you this part of the world. So you know what? Let's go over to the airport next. So if you quickly fly up, you can see that this is kind of divided into two sections, the main area and the residential area. So let's start over here. First of all, you know, we got your standard bridge, and then this is the airport. So it may take an extremely long time if you want to say go to the jungle biome or the mushroom biome. So what I invented is railroads that will actually take you to these places for a cost. That way you don't have to walk all the way there because it may take an extremely long time to get there. It's just for a little bit of convenience. Over here is the J, or as I like to call it, the Jag, made by King Jewel. It's really just your hangout spot. You know, you got your bar, you got your bowling, you got your stripper poles. Oh, it's all pretty straightforward. You know, it's just your little chill out spot. Uh, so yeah, let's just go over here onto the bridge. So there's not really much to say here. This is more just residential area. You know, we got a house that's owned by somebody. This is another shop, just like the horse shop that is for sale. You know, this is an architect's shop that sells a bunch of blocks and stuff like that. You know, pretty straightforward. You know, more houses over here that's for sale. The prison, so like I said in the rules, some of the punishments will be jail time where you will literally, I am not even kidding, you will literally be locked in a cell for a certain amount of time. Aw. I wasn't kidding when I said you will literally be locked in that cell. Uh, Next up we have, just another shit up house. This is a store owned by Hunter. It just sells wooden things, wooden blocks, beds, you know, anything that's made out of wood. Pretty straightforward. Uh, go off the path a little bit here, and you will find a little pool area. Water slide. You got a nice big pool, little bar, just to chill out in. You know, hang out. Not all of this was built in survival, by the way. Some of it was built into survival, but it started taking like really long to build projects, like when we were building the Coliseum and the hotel. Those were in survival, but like all of this stuff, like now this is all in creative because it took way too long. And then really over here, there is no other stores. You go here, and this is really just where a bunch of people live. So you have the options. You can either live in a house or you can live in the hotel. The choice is yours. What do you mean? Oh, this is not, this is a poorly designed house. Anyways, quit going through Gary. Yo, quit going through Gary. This is Gary's house. Get out of Gary's house. All right, so let's just go back to the town hall and I can explain quickly how you can get entered. This is kind of like a contest. So if you want to join this world, there's a few steps that you actually have to do. And I will be checking to make sure that all of these steps are completed. So, in order to join this world, the first thing that you have to do is subscribe to Afterlife TVX's channel. That's the first thing you gotta do. The second thing is that you gotta follow me on Twitch. Propership1Z, just follow me on Twitch. That's all you gotta do. Hunter, move out the way. Hunter, get out. The third thing you have to do is subscribe to Hunter on his YouTube channel. No, you do not have to subscribe to Hunter on his YouTube channel because he's saying no. Yes, you do have to subscribe to Hunter on his YouTube channel. No? Okay, just subscribe to Hunter on his YouTube channel. You don't have to, but just do it. So, you gotta subscribe to Nathaniel. You have to follow me on Twitch. And then the final thing that you have to do is just leave me a message on Xbox. My gamer tag is Propership1Z. It'll be in the description. Where to message me. My Twitch will be in the description. Uh, so yeah, go check it out. The rules will be in the description. My Twitch will be in the description to follow. The subscribe button is obviously already there. Hunter's thing will be in the description, and my gamer tag will be in the description. All you gotta do is those steps again. Subscribe to Afterlife TVX. Follow me on Twitch, Propership1Z. And leave me a message on Xbox. As I said, my gamer tag is Propership1Z. I am the owner of this world with Nathaniel and Hunter, and